Hey guys, my name is Megan and I'm the owner of Amphiba Baby. May is Water Safety Awareness Month, so today we're at Swim Kids to talk about baby wearing in the water and some water safety rules you need to follow. So the Neptune baby carrier was designed from a need to have a carrier that is waterproof so that you could wear it in the water, and a carrier that is easy to take on and off, that also has good support for your back and for your growing baby, as well as there is no infant insert required, so you can wear this carrier with smaller babies as well as with bigger babies and toddlers. So the important thing to remember when baby wearing in the water is that the same safety rules apply as when you're baby wearing out of the water. An acronym to remember is TICS. You want the baby to be tight in the carrier, in view at all times, close enough so that you can look down and kiss the top of their head. You keep their chin off their chest and their airway free, and you want their back to be supported. So the Neptune baby carrier was created for a need to have a waterproof baby carrier that you could wear in and out of the pool and was quick and easy to take on and take off. So this is a buckle carrier. It is quick and easy to take on and off. For a smaller baby, you're just going to adjust it at the waist. So I've already done that. And I don't have a smaller baby, so I'm going to just buckle it on and put my baby doll. Ty, can I have the baby doll? Thanks, bud. Perfect. There we go. And now we're ready to go swimming. So the water safety rules you want to remember when baby wearing the water is that these baby carriers are not for use while you are actively swimming. So do not wade into the water too deep for you to be unable to maintain firm footing. The other thing that you want to remember is that most indoor pools are heated to about 85 degrees, which is great for babies, but most outdoor pools are not going to be heated. So if you start to notice that your baby is shivering, it's time to get out. You also want to remember that baby carriers are not for use while you are on a boat. You're going to need to keep yourself and baby in a life vest. And the last thing is, make sure you remember the sunscreen. So now that you know the safety rules for baby wearing while in the water, we have Coach Taylor here to talk to you about some safety rules while swimming, because you're not always going to want to have your baby in the baby carrier while you're at the pool or the beach. So Coach Taylor is going to go over those with you. She has been a swim coach for 15 years. She's also the mom to two beautiful little girls, and she's got plenty of experience with kids in the water. So Coach Taylor, what can you tell us about some safety rules while our young ones are swimming?
Some of the most important things to remember is something that we call the Safer 3, which is safer people, safer water, and safer response. You want to make sure that there is a water watcher whose sole purpose is to be on the pool deck,
no kicking,
watching what's happening in the water. They're not on their phone, they're not reading a book, they are only watching what's going on in the water. If you're in the water, any non-swimmers are wearing who need to wear a PFD, a personal flotation device, is wearing a U.S. Coast Guard approved flotation device. If it's not U.S. Coast Guard approved, then it is not a life-saving device, and it can actually be detrimental and even more dangerous than not wearing anything at all. And you want to make sure that it's properly fitted and is the proper weight. Yes, exactly, thank you, for your swimmer. And then you also want to make sure that in case there is anything happening that you are CPR certified and first aid certified, that you have a cell phone or another phone available. If you're someplace where there's no cell phone service, make sure there's a landline that you can immediately reach out and call for emergency response. With May being Water Safety Month, it's important to know that drowning is a leading cause of accidental death in children under the age of 5, and it's the second leading cause of accidental death in children under 14. Children are 12 times more likely to die from drowning than they are from a car accident. And of the preschoolers who drown, about 75% of them are in the care of their parents or another adult at the time of drowning, and are 25 yards away or less when it happens. About 10% of that, somebody is is seeing what's happening and doesn't realize what's happening. That's because drowning doesn't look like what it looks like in the movies. It's silent. You're not going to hear splashing. You're not going to hear shouting. It is a vertical sort of fix. When someone is drowning, you want to look for a few telltale signs. You want to look for if they're going to look like they're climbing an invisible ladder. Their feet are going to be kicking, and their arms are going to be reaching, trying to get themselves up, but they're going to be unable to get themselves up. If their face breaks the surface of the water, it's not going to be long enough to get any sort of adequate air, because when you're drowning, any sort of like secondary, tertiary purposes for our airway is cut off, they're going to be physically unable to shout for help. Drowning is silent, and it's really important to know and understand what the signs of drowning are, so that you're able to respond as soon as possible. Making sure that if your house has a pool, that doors and windows are locked and alarmed that lead out to where the pool is, that there's a secondary fence or gate between your house and the pool. There are different pool covers that you can get that prevent collapsing in on themselves, so that if somebody falls onto the pool cover, they won't get trapped inside of it. One of the number one things that you can do for drowning prevention for your child is to get them into swim lessons. According to the CDC, swim lessons can prevent a child's chance of drowning by up to 88%.
Wow.
Which is huge.
Great, yes.
And so getting your children into swim lessons, having the water and the area that you're in be as safe as possible, and then in case an emergency does happen, being able to call for an emergency response and being CPR certified can all help prevent death by drowning.
Thank you so much, Taylor.
Absolutely.
That is incredibly important information to know going into this summer with our little ones, who are, of course, going to be wanting to enjoy the outdoors and swimming. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy your summer and be safe.